I think that I think one of the biggest lessons I learned. I was doing a bunch of commercial work for Tequila Mockingbird, who did my Chili's commercial and the Schlotzsky's commercial and the Walmart commercials, all the commercials that I did. And Danny Levin actually said to me one time, because they asked me to do a demo, and I did it for free because it was only my second piece of work ever for them. And I saw Danny, and he just looked me straight in the face and said, "Did we pay you for this?" And I said, "No, I just wanted to show you what I could do." And he said, "We know what you can do. You've already done the commercial. What do you think you're worth?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." And he said, "Well, there's your problem." And when he put it in the perspective of, okay, how much did your parents pay for your music education? How much did they pay for your instruments? How many years have you spent practicing? What have you proven already? How many CDs have you released on your own? All these things led up to about $350,000 worth of investment at that point. He said, you're not starting at zero. You're $350,000 in the hole with $350,000 worth of value that you're bringing to this studio. So if we ever ask you to do something, remember you're worth at least $350,000 when you're doing that for us. So, not that you have to be that specific, but I think if someone had encouraged me earlier on to look at what it is that actually makes what I do valuable, and then what parts of it I can actually leverage into income, those probably would have been the two most important things. Like, what's valuable and how do you make income out of it?
Great.
I'm actually going to say I'm glad I didn't know anything. I had no expectations whatsoever. The bar was set very low. So when we went on our first tour and it went horribly, we were just happy to be able to go on a tour. That was it. Our happiness was that right there. It was horrible. Our van got stolen in New York. We were too young to rent a car, so we had to buy a van to drive home. It was the worst ever, and I'm so glad we got that out of the way first, because I would say that was our lowest low. I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't know anything, because I've had fun learning along the way.
Made it a pleasant surprise. Huh?
Yes.
From the start.
Things I wish I knew. You know, honestly, it's even when I started doing music, I kind of always had the feeling that you just have to be patient, and we used to get super frustrated. I mean, really, the main thing I think that I wish I knew, like I kind of already did, was just like nothing comes easy, and you could go years and years and years of feeling like what you're doing just sucks, and you might as well just get, you know, a job you don't like. But if you just kind of stick to your guns, I feel like it kind of ends up, you know, hopefully if you have the right intentions, and I mean, of course, intentions, and if hopefully talent and you know, patience and outlook and a good group of people around you, I feel like, you know, you should be able to at least make yourself happy, whatever that would be.
I think, I don't know, because I come from a different place with what I'm doing now. I mean, just because, I mean, I run websites or whatever, and I do a lot in tech, but I mean, on the business side of thing, I mean, the biggest mistakes I think I can think of is that you just never know who you're talking to sometimes, and they might be the most well-connected person in the world and very, very cool, or they could be a total jerk, but they end up having like some serious value for you later on, and that's just their personality, and then once you break through that, you realize they're a really nice person. I mean, there's a couple of people I can think of specifically. One of the guys who ended up owning Bandpage. He's a really nice dude, and I had a couple phone calls with him like 4 or 5 years ago, and like he had some really crazy ideas. Bandpage was not one of them, and then he ended up doing Bandpage, and then it became a pretty cool deal, and he raised some money, and you know, and we still keep up or whatever. But I had an opportunity to work with him then, and I didn't. And so I mean, you just never know. Opportunities are always open, and be naive. That's a good thing to do. Don't think you have all the answers, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Great. Thank you, guys.